Hey guys, a lot of you have been asking me some questions on Facebook Messenger lately, and the amount has been a little overwhelming after the horror within, as you can imagine. So I figured it was time to make a Q&A video. I'll try to answer everyone's questions as best as I can. There's a lot of them, so if I don't get to all of them, I'll answer it in another video. First question, who's your main inspiration for deathcore vocals? My number one influence for vocals is Travis Ryan from Callow Decapitation. Number two would definitely be Mikhail Akerfeld of Opeth and Bloodbath. The Fathomless Mastery was a huge inspiration of mine when I was like 15 or 16 years old. I used to practice that album all the way through every single day. I would have to say Tom Barber as well. Lorna Shore has played a big influence on my writing as well as vocal practice as well. Some other ones would be Nurgle from Behemoth and Shagrath from Dimmu Borgir. Do you think the new Suicide Silence album should win a Grammy? Come on now. Tips on practicing deathcore vocals. Practice. All of the damn time. Advice for being successful in the music industry. I mean, my band's not really that successful. We've definitely grown over the last year in the eyes of the deathcore community. Really all I can say is putting out content at a steady flow definitely makes people interested, keeping people in the loop, and good marketing. What exactly do you love about Halo? I love everything from the story to the soundtrack to the environments, really everything about the game. I don't really have anything specific that makes me love it. I've been playing it from a very young age, so it's been a big part of my life since I was a kid. Are you hungry? I'm always hungry. Favorite Halo map? I guess Foundry from Halo 3. There was unlimited Forge maps for that. Would you be interested in doing an interview on the upcoming album? Absolutely. We are all very excited about Reclaimer, and I would love to talk about it with anybody. What song or album was the first song or album that you tried to practice vocals to? First song I ever practiced vocals to was Disaster Piece by Slipknot, and the first full album I ever tried to do was Kill by Cannibal Corpse. What's the one song that was so good it gave you a stiffy while recording? Probably the Mad Tyrant's Betrayal off of Reclaimer. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hopefully touring. What band was your gateway into heavy music? I was raised with Korn and Limp Bizkit and stuff like that. Metallica, Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Tool. My parents had pretty decent taste in music, and the older I got, the more I dove into heavier stuff. In 3rd grade, I found a mixed CD with Meshuggah on it. I got into Lamb of God, Slipknot, and in middle school I found Cradle of Filth, and then it all started from there. How long did it take to do your vocals? I started to be able to get a decent tone after like 2 months of vocals, but I've sounded so different over the years. I sound nothing like I used to whatsoever. I've been doing vocals for 8 years now, and there's definitely a different level of progression for each year. How was it working with Tom Barber? Tom is one of my really good friends. I've been wanting to collab with him for a while now, so it was pretty cool to finally be able to do a song. He's on one of my favorite songs on the new album, and his part is fucking sweet. Will I ever do lessons? I am a terrible teacher. I've tried numerous times and I just can't put into words how I do what I do. Really the main thing that you can do is just practice a lot, like all of the time. How do you maintain the idea of Shadow of Intent not being a specific genre? That's really Chris. Chris wrote all Primordial himself. He wrote all the music aside from the drums on Reclaimer, and some of the synth, really he just writes whatever comes to his mind. He tries to stay uninfluenced and just write whatever comes to him. Each part, whatever he feels fits best or sounds best, he'll put it there. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. I myself have a very large variety of vocal inspirations, and I try not to limit myself, and I feel whatever sounds right, so I do it. Which black metal bands influence you the most? I get a lot of hate for it. My favorite black metal band is Doom and Borgir. They write great music. I love Inquisition. I love Burzum. Bathory I used to be really into. Karak Angren. Gorgoroth, Immortal, Emperor, all those guys are fucking rad. When did you first start doing vocals? I was 14 years old when I started doing vocals. When did we start the band? That was, I believe, summer 2013 when we started. Out of every song on Primordial and Reclaimer, which is your favorite and why? On Primordial, it's the Didact's Will. I put a lot of work into writing the lyrics, and I really enjoy the atmosphere that we tried to create. And Reclaimer is definitely the Mad Tyrant's Betrayal. I really enjoyed writing that song. Was it a struggle to get where you are today, and how long have you been playing metal? I mean, it was definitely a struggle. There were plenty of covers that I put out that didn't even break 50 views or anything, and for a while I was getting pretty discouraged. And one day I randomly made this video of a song from a project that I was doing called Mount Girth, and from there people started checking out what I was doing. Will you guys tour this year? Most likely, yes. Really, all we're waiting on is for Currents to finish up what they're doing with Chris, and Matt needs to move back to Connecticut from Kentucky. If Shadow of Intent didn't get anywhere near as big as it did, would you still have gone through with the project and your lyrical concepts? Actually, if Primordial didn't do well, we were actually going to scrap the project. So thank you guys for promoting that album and buying it, because we definitely wouldn't be around today. We didn't think anyone was really going to listen to that album. How do you handle album release anxiety? Like the feeling that your album or single isn't going to do good or perform poorly. I've never really gotten album release anxiety. However, I was nervous to put out The Horror Within because it's so different from Primordial. I just kind of hoped for the best. What song is from that awesome vocal clip you made, and is it on the album? Yes, it is on the album. The song is called The Heretic Prevails. What's the biggest thing that sets Reclaimer apart from Primordial? Everything. The song structure is better, it's faster, it's more intense, it's more progressive, it's more emotional, it's more technical, it's more melodic, it's heavier. It's really, we went all out on this one. We tried to do it as much as we could and as best as we could. Alright, thanks guys for all your questions. Stay tuned for more singles from Reclaimer. I can't wait for you guys to hear it all.
All your